Hi, I want to speak to you briefly on what I call transparency in marriage. Transparency in marriage is a very important key that must not be downplayed on. Some people think that to be transparent to your spouse means you are weak. But I think that a transparent spouse is rather strong because you are able to lay bare who you are without being afraid of what your partner will think about you. And I found this definition somewhere, that to be transparent is the visibility of your inner self, where your spouse can see who you are and comment on it or possibly reject who you are. And listen to this one. He said, transparency is more than being able to credibly answer any question your mate might have. Because being transparent answers most of the question before they are even asked. Wow. If you are transparent, then your spouse will not even have questions on their mind. Wow. It is good that we have to be transparent to each other as couples. Children must be transparent to their parents, and parents must be transparent to children. But for the purpose of our topic, every couple must learn to be transparent to each other. We live in a day and age where people take a certain amount as salaries, or let me say earnings, and they say another to their spouse. You're not being transparent. When your spouse should find out one day, maybe let's assume you are sick, and they have to go and pick up your paycheck and get it deposited into your account, what happens? Transparency will make you live more years than you think you would live. Why? Because you are living in total peace. You know that your spouse knows you, and your spouse knows that you know him. But if we tend to cover up, then the other will be asking, what has he got to hide? What has she got to hide? Then they begin to fish out for what they think you are hiding. One of my cousins told me, he said, where there is lack of transparency, you cannot avoid conspiracy. People will conspire to fish out what has he got to hide. And it is the same in our marital homes. If you're keeping things away, running with your phone when it is ringing to get a safe haven to receive your calls, your spouse will be thinking, what is it about this call? What is it about this number? So they begin to suspect. But I think today, if we make a decision to be transparent to each other, where you can lay yourself in the open for your spouse to accept or reject, I think that couples will be in greater harmony than we see. And when we make it our aim after this message that we are going to be transparent to one another, I tell you, you just suck the enemy out of your house, because there will be less fights, there will be less arguments, and love will be the order of the day. And I tell you, a lot of people are waiting, and they are going to learn from you. If you don't get it right, they all will get it wrong. Get it right today. Be transparent to your spouse. Be transparent with one another. Be transparent to your boss. At the end of the day, the world will be a better place. God bless you and keep loving. Amen.